Hi everyone, welcome back to Feel So Beautiful. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video from last week. I think it was cut off a little bit though, so I'm going to do a little recap from last week. So last week I was continuing to talk about Winthrop, and I was talking about the summer of my junior year where I had to learn I had to take JAWS because my vision didn't get worse, but using the CCTV or magnifier was becoming too much of a strain on my eyes, and I began to get headaches. So they asked me if I wanted to learn JAWS, and I was like, well, sure. So I spent the summer in Columbia at the Commission for the Blind learning JAWS. And JAWS is basically a screen reader, and there's commands like for each thing that you want to do on the computer, like for Word, PowerPoint, Excel, in the internet, going to the different apps on your desktop. It's a command for each one. And some of the commands are the same throughout, and some of them are different, but it's a lot of commands, so each keystroke does a different thing. Like if you're in Word, there's a command for format and fonts, and everything on that upper ribbon is a different keystroke to do it. And so I had to learn that, and Word and PowerPoint were easy, and checking my email was easy. Navigating the internet was easy, but Excel was very challenging. And I remember taking my exams, and I went through my other ones within like an hour. But on my Excel exam, I spent like a day and a half because of the formulas, and it was like real finicky. And if you put in like the wrong parentheses with the equals, it like messed up the whole thing. Then you had to do charts and graphs, and it was just a headache. I was just ready to give up and take the L, but he told me to keep going, so I made it through, and I believe I passed it with, I think, like a C or a high B. But so I was able to complete that course during the summer, and then when I started back at Winthrop in the fall, I was able to get new equipment with JAWS loaded on it, and I also got some other things to help me read and see as well, but I didn't receive it until November. So it was a little complicated starting classes without the equipment because I had to have someone to help read my material to me. And my new roommates, Haley and Victoria, they were very helpful. Haley was an education major, and Victoria was in nutrition, but they really went out their way to help me. And sometimes I would feel bad because I felt like they had to do their own work, and I would feel like, well, I don't want to ask. And then Haley would be like, come on, Nita, let's get your work done. And so she would make sure that she made sure that I got all my stuff done too, and she did her stuff. So I really appreciated her, and she also helped me stay organized. That's where I got the idea about the planner, because we went to Target and she helped me pick out a pretty planner because my senior year was really stressful because of changing my major in my junior year. I was kind of having to double up, so I had a full class load, and I didn't want to get like too far behind. So we got a planner, and she helped me pick out a color. We assigned a specific color highlighter for each one of my classes. And then she went through all of my syllabus and wrote out my assignments and projects, exams, and when things were due for each class for the whole semester. And then she went back through my planner and highlighted the assignment with the color highlighter that we had picked out for that class. So even though I couldn't see, I could see it with my magnifier, but if I was in class and I opened up my planner, I saw like blue, I knew, okay, like this public relations, I got something to do today for this class. So that was really helpful for me and her, because she would look at it and see like, okay, nigga, you gotta get this done, and she was able to help me plan it. She was way better at time management than I was. She was able to help me plan out my time throughout the week to be able to get work done and not be too overwhelmed. And we had like a lot of group projects, and I remember one of my classes was international communications, and we were assigned a country at the beginning of the semester, and we had to research. We had to find a journalist in that country, and my country was Syria. And I looked up Syria, and at that time, a lot of journalists were getting killed. So I told my professor, and she was like, well, you still need to try and reach out to somebody. So I sent the email of questions to a guy, and I didn't really think he was gonna respond back. But like a week before my assignment was due, he responded back and he answered 6 out of my 10 questions. So I was really grateful. And I remember my grade being a little low in that class. And we had map quizzes every class period, but at first I was getting exempt from because I wasn't able to see maps like throughout high school and elementary school. It was complicated to see the maps like when it was enlarged, but my professor told me that I needed to do it to bring my grade up, so I had to find a way to do it. So I went to the Academic Success Center, and they assigned me a tutor. And what she did was she put the map on the smart board, and she found one that was color coded. And so she helped me come up with a method to remember each country by a certain color and shape. And I made A's on all of my map exams, and it did help my grade. So that's what I'm going to stop at for this week, and I'll continue with Winthrop for next week. And I hope that you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys soon.